Greetings and a late Merry Christmas, my fellow humans on the internet. While the rest of the world was tucked away frantically peeling open gifts from their friends, families, and loved ones, the kind folks at Twitter decided to launch a magnificent new update that has thus ruined Twitter for artists, causing popular manga artists to leave the platform and starting a massive dumpster fire within the rest of the art community on Twitter. Don't ask an artist on Twitter what happened the Christmas of 2025. X just insulted every artist. How is there no laws prohibiting to have an AI edit button under any image or artwork posted? This is a violation and an insult to artists. Truly disgusting. This is so exhausting. Everyone is split. Some people are staying, some are semi-moving, some are completely migrating, while some people are deleting all their posted works. What am I supposed to do? It's so exhausting trying to keep up with everyone. Why did this have to happen?
In what can only be called a stroke of stupidity, Elon Musk rolls out AI editing on X Twitter. It allows you to edit any image you come across. So any artists that were still clinging to life on there, they're all probably going to leave now because this can remove watermarks. It can work around AI poisoning tech. I saw someone do it with an image poisoned through glaze. It was still able to edit the image. And then they can just change your work into whatever the hell they want.
While normal people celebrated the holidays tucked away in their warm, cozy homes, Twitter and their broad team of parasocial community experts decided to release an update that has turned the art community from a regular passive chaos fest to an absolute nightmare-fueled fire almost overnight. This new update introduced a feature where any active user with a blue check mark on Twitter can now use Twitter's AI to edit any image, photograph, drawing, or painting with no questions asked or consent from the person who posted it with the click of a single button. This immediately started an uproar in the art community, with artists calling out Elon for being mean to the art community, bringing up tweets where Elon openly stated that crediting artists was a dumb thing to do and that people should stop doing that, and further encouraging people who have been constantly mocking artists and feeding their art into AI all year round, giving them more power and new features for them to do it all over again. And then guess what happened? They did. According to Twitter's new terms of service, which obviously no one ever reads until it comes to situations like this, and now everyone is forced to put on their tinfoil hats and reading glasses, you retain your rights to any content, including anything referenced therein you submit, input, create, generate, post, or display on or through the services. What's yours is yours. You own your content, and your incorporated audio, photos, and videos are considered part of the content, which makes sense. Everything sounds all fine and dandy. But the next paragraph is where things start to get a little more interesting. In choosing to submit, input, create, generate, post, or display content on or through the services, you grant us a worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license, with the right to sub-license to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, upload, download, and distribute such content, including anything referenced therein, in any and all media or distribution methods now known or later developed for any purpose. Wow. So basically every image or drawing that has ever been posted on Twitter can automatically just be reproduced or modified and fed into AI with or without your consent, because Twitter automatically has all the permissions and retains the rights to do so, since each user accepted the terms of service before even posting on the platform. The next paragraph then goes on to explain that as long as each user accepts the terms of service, that gives Twitter the license to therefore use their art in any way they deem possible, which also includes training their AI model, as well as making the content available to other companies or persons who need it for whatsoever reason they desire. Also, they don't have to pay you for anything, because as long as you use their services, that is compensation enough. Bear with me while I metaphorically try to swallow this tough pill. So, according to the law, Twitter has every right to not only take your art it and use it, but also feed it into their AI model to improve it. And not only that, they're also giving other users on the platform the same ability to take your art, run it through AI, edit it, and generate whatever nonsensical idea comes to their mind. And all of that is completely legal, by the way. How is any of this even allowed? I mean, it's finally over for the art community. Essentially, what this means for artists is not only do you potentially lose the rights to your original art, anyone could take a drawing you have made, modify it a little bit with this new AI feature, and claim it as theirs since your work is basically free to use now. And since they have quote-unquote modified it, I assume it now falls under fair use since it's apparently transformative. And now if an artist posts a drawing and someone who likes their art style sees it, instead of getting a commission from them, they could just use this new Twitter feature and edit the drawing to whatever they wanted to make. People can literally use this feature to put artists in trouble by making inappropriate edits with their drawings, and then the whole internet ends up coming after them for something they didn't even know about or do in the first place. There are just too many loopholes where this could potentially cause more problems than it can solve, and it can only possibly keep on getting worse from here. Today on Christmas Eve 2025, Elon Musk gave every X Premium user the ability to edit any image with a single click. Within hours, artists have watched their work get vandalized, commissioned pieces defaced, and one user had Luddite painted in red across their character's body. The protection tools failed. Glaze, nightshade, all of it bypassed instantly at the platform level. As of today, the people telling you to just use anti-AI tools are selling false hope. You cannot protect pixels from a platform that owns the infrastructure. This is a new phase of the war, not preventing theft, but making theft irrelevant. This is such a horrible situation for artists. None of your drawings are safe anymore. Your entire portfolio on Twitter has automatically been fed into AI, and now you're left with no option than to either A, continue posting on the platform, or B, move over to another platform and start posting all over again.
So all the artists are leaving X for good reason. Now any image or artwork that's posted is now able to be edited using Grok AI, which means if you post an artwork, someone can be like, hey, I'm going to edit your image without your permission and add something to it or change something about it. What happened to the days where we could just post art, appreciate it, maybe it inspires us and we go and do our own thing? No. We have to remix off of someone else's base artwork until it becomes something completely different. Currently, there is no way to opt out of this, and a lot of big creators such as Boycotting, who's the mangaka behind Dr. Stone, has voiced their opinions. The problem is also that there's a lot of platforms that are doing this, such as Instagram. You have to opt out of that one. YouTube is being fed into Gemini. Blue Sky, I heard, is not even safe. All these platforms want to just consume everyone's data, even if it's copyrighted, which is crazy because just because you post something on there does not mean that you're giving the platform the license to reproduce things or train on that data, right? Anyway, if you're an artist, you should definitely reconsider if you're posting on X, and let me know what you guys think as well.
Artists still posting their work on Twitter have already started getting their art edited with AI and manipulated without their permission. This artist posted a commission that they had drawn only for someone on Twitter to turn it into this. Thank you so much for allowing people to do this with creators. This is a commission, a drawing I did that I was proud of, for someone who paid for it. Twitter flagged my post as adult content, limiting my visibility. My account is full of bots, and now people can steal my work and do whatever they want without my permission, removing my watermark and adding AI in seconds. I'm leaving and probably deleting all my work here soon. This is so disgusting in levels I can't write in words. Art is dead. People who enjoyed the artist's work and other people who saw the tweets were all pissed off that this happened and were rooting for the artist either way. Speaking about rooting for people, if you enjoy videos like this and want to support me and root for my family of 13 goats and 2 hens, you should subscribe. I post weekly and talk about art, things happening in the art community, and other things of that nature. If that's something you find interesting, just hit that little subscribe button and join the family. And now the artist was forced to continue posting their work on other platforms, bearing in mind other platforms also have AI integrated into them. So there literally is no escaping AI at this point, but at least artists wouldn't have to deal with someone ruining your work just because they didn't like the way you drew one part of the image, or they're just blatantly trying to mock your work. The account who edited the artist's work and posted it also got deactivated for some reason, so it could seem people reported their account or they just didn't want all the attention that will be coming their way after the situation went out of hand. Other artists also complained about having their art ruined by AI bros and were getting frustrated this was happening without any control at all. Another artist made a little cute drawing of a cat and the edit image button, and after they posted it, someone saw it, and because apparently they didn't like something in the drawing, they decided to use AI to edit it and make it look different, saying they fixed the drawing for the artist. But then the artist also replied to them by drawing P over their tweet as a way to piss them off. And this is probably the funniest interaction I've seen with all these fixing edit posts. It's just so funny how the artist took their time to respond to the troll and even drew P on the image. What's even funnier is how someone said the artist is strangely good at drawing P. Look at all these people asking for the artist to pee on them next. What even is going on? This artist also posted their drawing on Twitter, and not shocking at all, someone edited and removed the clothes of their character, making them nude while still staying similarly close to the original art style. This is just getting out of hand, to be honest. And even when these AI users get called out, now they respond saying proudly they generated the art and have nothing to fear at all. This is literally insane. AI isn't going anywhere and is only improving. In 5 years' time, any art will be replaced perfectly by AI. Accept it and move on with new innovations. Such as life. Nothing will keep being the same for years to come. One day there will be flying cars and you might think it's crazy. Now, we have all heard the tale of flying cars. Movies predicted we'll have flying cars by 2024. Sadly, the only thing we have to show for it is Skibidi Toilet and maybe 6 or 7 other ridiculous brain rot memes plaguing the youth on TikTok. Is AI going to get better with time? Yes, obviously. But will it ever replace artists and creativity? I don't think so at all. Remove the tool and they are just nothing. Nothing to be proud of, nothing to prove, nothing to show, nothing to share. It's just a person who seeks the same attention but refuses to step up and work hard to be the same, and then asking for the same treatment and recognition. It's just pathetic. AI artists. This guy should be honest and name himself slopper and thief. They take other people's hard work without consent and don't understand why people are mad. Talentless, no skill, lazy punks rely on artists for AI. AI has to use art to generate anything. These idiots commission the AI to generate anything, yet they claim they make it. Delusional. Very delusional. It's really sad and annoying that this is what artists have to go through if they just decide to continue posting their work on Twitter. Some artists have started migrating to Blue Sky and deleting their Twitter accounts, and while that does seem like a sensible thing to do with the unfortunate turn of events and especially how things are going now on Twitter, some people have pointed out that Blue Sky also isn't the safe haven people are thinking it to be. If you're an artist, I hate to tell you this, but Blue Sky isn't anti-AI. It may not have the same features on X that you're running away from, but it's going to be there soon, or worse, hiding in the background. The people there are also more hostile to actual art that's beyond just simple cutesy feel-good drawings that everyone can enjoy. I don't like the situation here as much as any other artist, but that's the truth of it. You can switch to other platforms, but the AI cat is out of the bag and there's no getting it back in. We just have to deal with it. People on Blue Sky are genuinely what all those reaction YouTubers describe Twitter as. It's the best alternative to this site, but is also completely unusable for anyone looking to make a name for themselves, because people will jump you for literally everything. Recently, I found out that Blue Sky will literally, and I mean literally, flag your account as rude and hide all your posts under a click because you have been flagged as rude. Ponder about that. It's exactly why people insist migrating over that site. So far, it seems most artists are not entirely recommending Blue Sky as a viable option, bringing up issues concerning the discover feed, the behavior of people on the platform, and complaining about the general art community over there.
2 huge mangaka are boycotting Twitter following the release of its new AI imaging tool. Kei Urana, the author of Gachi Akuda, announced that she will no longer be posting her art on Twitter, also known as X for some odd reason, because she doesn't want her art being altered, misused, or mispurposed. And Boichi, the mangaka behind Dr. Stone and Sunken Rock, is standing behind his fellow artist, saying he can't accept his work being used or exploited without his consent. consent. For context, Grok rolled out a new AI imaging tool around Christmas that lets any user edit any public image. It doesn't matter who made it doesn't matter if it's copywritten. You can change almost anything about the image and the original artist can't do a thing about it. The image is labeled AI edited, but that's just about it. So with this tool, any user can strip context, create fake versions, and repost without credit, which adds on to the list of fears artists already face when posting their work online. They already have to worry about AI training, copyright erosion, and loss of general control. It's basically Twitter saying once you put it out to the public, you have no control over it whatsoever, which is the equivalent of someone graffitiing your mural digitally forever. But the question I have for you guys is, do you think artists should be able to block AI edits, or once it's posted online is completely fair game?
And while some people have suggested to use glazed tools to protect your art if you still want to continue posting on Twitter, some others say glazing doesn't really work for the most part, but I believe it still might be an option for anyone who wants to continue posting their art on Twitter. Another Twitter user found out that you can post your work as a GIF and people won't be able to edit it at all, which resulted in artists making so many drawings making fun of Twitter's new feature and posting it as a GIF to game the system. Now personally, I don't know if this works as I haven't tried it out for myself, but judging from what a lot of people are saying, it also seems to be another option of escaping the dreadful edit image button. Although one artist who tried it and posted a drawing had their comments filled with people trolling them, telling them it didn't work, but these people could have also just took a screenshot of the drawing and ran it through AI, or downloaded the drawing and edited it with AI. But for the most part, I've seen other artists post their work as GIFs and it seems to be working fine. Another way to disable the edit image button is to try turning it off in your settings and preferences, as was noted by some people. Now I'm not sure if this really works. Some comments have pointed out saying it does nothing at all and they still have the edit image button on their drawings. Honestly, this feels like one of those situations where it's a lose-lose for all artists at this point, and no matter how we try to escape it or go around the corners to still use the platform, our work is still being taken and fed into AI as soon as it's uploaded. Right now, some artists are drawing Elon and making memes with his face, putting him in drawings and drawing him pregnant to troll him to revert the update, but so far this has gotten no response at all and doesn't seem to be going anywhere for the most part. The best we can do is to stop posting and hope for the best, or continue sharing your work and brace for the worst. Well, it looks like you've made it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, share it with a friend who doesn't know about the Twitter updates, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. With all that being said, I'll see all you pretty penguins in the next video. Bye.